Congratulations.
Well, I didn't, but it was like 73.
In 73. That was after.
Was after what?
Oh, I used to work up there, the Gary Ward's to work when Angie was a baby.
Yeah.
For a little, very long while, but that was a nice 66 and 67 I worked there too.
Sorry, Sears. That was my first job.
They're on the corner.
Huh?
They're on the corner of,
15th and Cleveland.
yeah.
Yeah.
Order filler.
Yeah, that was my first job too. I typed the little strips that went on the headboard. Dumb job.
Then I went to Penny's. Just, this was
At
the
the mall?
80s.
Me
No,
too.
no, the one next distribution center.
Oh,
It was order filler. That's where I started. No, I was there for 30 years. You did a lot of different things.
I went to J.C. Penney's in the linen department. Larry's mom.
I love the stores.
I know,
I'm so on.
I know. It was so fun.
I was gonna say, and now they're kind of gone.
I know. And
Shopping's so different than what it used to be.
the only one left I won't go to. You know, I need to go to Center to you.
Occasionally, but.
Once in a blue moon, I go to
Deals.
Dillard's or Dick's.
Yeah,
And it's only
from
two
the
cents.
outside, you don't go on.
Right.
That's just, at Christmas time,
You know,
All the pretty stores.
you know, the little mall things that they have inside the little shops, you know,
I
and the
know.
side.
All right, so whatever, whatever leg doesn't hurt,
Whatever leg doesn't.
or, yeah, yeah.
Well, they're both about,
I have
this
to.
one's stiff, this one doesn't.
We had a 50-50 shot then, and if you're both legs, I'm sorry.
I don't have this one that doesn't hurt.
They both hurt, but this one doesn't hurt bad.
So that's the reason we're doing 2 chairs, right? And I'm purposely not sitting in the back of it, so you can see that I'm. Do you have a pool down here?
Yeah.
Is
In
it
the
safe?
back?
Yeah. So sit tall.
Yeah, a little bit.
So, yeah, let me get your, oh, there we go.
Oh. Pulls down the back of everything.
Yes. Go ahead and relax for a second.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get something that might help.
Okay.
We're guaranteeing it's gonna help, might make it worse, I don't know, who knows? Find out here in a second.
Okay.
You don't wanna go in there. First.
Oh, I bet that's like a deep freeze.
Yes.
You need to break.
I was weights, I said I got those weights yesterday and they were so cold the whole time.
So put it behind you, so you have a little back support, like we did yesterday.
Well, then the leg won't reach the chair.
Oh, Lord. Hey, Nicole, good morning.
Okay, yeah.
Is that better?
I love you.
Yeah, it's just enough to kind of give you a little, okay, reprieve, is that the word?
Okay.
So what I'm having them do is grab a yoga block, and it's up to you where you want the block. You want it down low, or if you want it up high. Yeah, you have to scooch wherever, right? And it's just enough to go, okay, now I can stretch without going, "Ugh." So think about keeping your head over your spine, pull your abs in. Because even though we're stretching, we're not stretching our abs, we're stretching on the backside of our body. So the opposite arm of the leg in the chair, do you like how I'm saying this? It's going to just cross over and come back. So I'm turning my shoulders and turn your shoulders. Can you feel your waistline? We're not doing anything crazy. We're just going to the side and to hovering over the leg. We're gonna add on just a little bit. So instead of staying up, I want you to kind of give you a little lean and open. So now you feel the back of that shoulder starting to open up. again, I'm not trying to reach my toe, because then it puts me in a bad spot. Opening up. So with the chair, I can see if my hand drops below the back of the chair, or if it stays just above it. One more. And we're gonna switch legs. This one? Yeah. So where do you feel it?
Through here, down.
Here, pretty much.
Well, I'm not feeling it.
Not this high?
It is, no, not as high on this side, but I feel it in my glute all the way down.
Pam, what about you? Are you good?
Yeah.
So again, we're just sitting tall for a moment, just letting things lengthen out. Because first, it's early, second, it's cold, and third, just take the C off cold. I don't want to say the word.
In my head, I was saying it, picture of.
Oh. You know, it just kind of helps cry or laugh through the tears.
You know, this cold weather just hurts.
It does. All right, so here we go. Opposite arm, we're just rotating. Just rotate. So I didn't officially say the word. I just want to point that out.
You were almost not there.
But it's just a nice, easy way to kind of like get things moving and stretching. Can you relax your leg a little bit more now? Just let it go. It's very supported with the chair, so you don't have to like hold it up or anything crazy. All right, here we go. Give me just a little lean. Ooh, because that's all I've got. A little lean. Now, can you feel like this extends out, low back on that side, you go forward. So you know what we're stretching. So if you think about the top opposite shoulder down to the low back, that diagonal, that's what we're trying to stretch through. Go a couple more. One more. Now it's her shoulder. I'm just breaking her. Well, it goes in the chair in front of you. We're gonna sit all the way in the back of the chair into a straddle position. Try to make sure your knees and toes are headed the same direction, right? So we don't want the knees to drop in. So you have to kind of squeeze your bum now. You're gonna lean forward, put your hand on the block. Now drop your shoulder blades to press them down in your back. Lengthen out your neck. Pull your abs away from the chair. And we're just gonna take that block, hop it forward. And again, everything's back and down. And the more you can kind of, I'm sinking, that's a good word, sinking. Can you feel your low back and into your hips? Can you do it again? Now, I don't want to look at the block, I'm kind of like looking at the front end of the chair. And again, try and relax, resetting some hips in that straddle position for now. We're going to change that in just a second. And put the block in front of the chair and push yourself up. The things go, all right. Now bring the legs into the front this time. So everything's in alignment. Pull your belly in. Nice flat back. Now, my fingertips can go on the block. Now, if you can go palms down and keep it flat back, I can do it now. You can do it a second ago, right? So the concept is lengthening out from the crown of the head through the tailbone. Pulling your abs up. So I want you to pay attention to your legs right now. Are they kind of falling off to the side? Or can you keep them in alignment? Take it more forward with the block, keep it flat back, drop your shoulder blades down on your back. What do you feel?
Lower back.
Can you feel your hips at all? Back in here, go.
Yeah.
Okay. Pam, what you feeling, sister?
I feel like these in my shoulders. And. Yes.
Can you take a little more forward? Can you relax into your back? Can you let your hands just slide across the block a little bit? Like you're Superman it out. Keep the knees in alignment. Can you feel more into your upper back now? Spreading the shoulder blades, going down through your low back into your hips. So on this one, I actually want you to walk your hands to the front of the chair in front of you. Nice and easy, hit your legs, round your back, and all the way up. Because that's a big stretch just to pop up out of. So I'm actually stretching you before we do any mobility stuff. Because we're cold without the sea, right? Honestly, I feel the same thing on the left side y'all are feeling, so there you go. All right. It's something we do in everyday life that is firing us up back here. I'm not sure what it is yet. None of that. I really don't. All right, the leg, the side that hurts you the least, we start with. So for me, it's my right leg, it doesn't hurt. Nothing is like upstairs going, ooh. Because I need you to know what normal feels like. Does that make sense? So holding the block on the end. Get nice and tall. Shoulders are back and down. So I'm just going to push the block, but I don't want it to go lower than what it is right now. So everybody's a little different. It might be down here, it could be up here. Just reach up. You can feel the outside of that leg in the chair. Pull your abs in, protect. So the goal is to try to touch the back of the chair, right? If you don't, it's okay. That would be the goal. Do a couple more. Last one, we're gonna switch. So you know how far you can go on that side. This side should be interesting. So get as comfortable. So when you have the rotation on this side, does it feel as easy as the other side did? Like my right leg kind of just went, this side is up, and I can feel it in my shoe because my foot's wanting to go, but my knee won't allow it because my hip's tight.
Mine are about the same.
So this is why I ask a bunch of questions, because I need to know balance and imbalance in the body. So again, nice and tall. Like I've already got it in my hip. Ready? And go forward. I don't know if you can see the difference. Like, I'm not even close to the back of the chair.
You're not moving.
And we just keep working and concentrating on allowing that area to stretch and give up. Because as we go, it should get a little longer, a little more flexible. So this is one of the few classes I have to say is for me.
Well, it feels good. I need it.
Couple more. But when I started, I was not even close to that, like I can get there, because earlier I was like there. So the more you do, rolling through, the things get loosened up. I'm gonna stand up for just a second, shake out the hips. Yep. That's when you're like, oh, where did that come from? All right, so we're gonna straddle position and have a seat. Because officially, you should be able to sit in the straddle position with your feet just where they were, right? Without your knees falling in. Like this, nice and tall, lift. I want you to push your bad leg, I hate to call it labeling that, but out. And if you need to block it so it doesn't go anywhere, my other leg, however, is just going to go straight and I'm pushing through my heel. Put it down, push through the heel.
I'm confused.
All I'm doing is straightening the leg.
Which leg?
Your good leg.
Good, like,
It's good, but it's better.
And, okay, your better leg.
yeah, I know, it's hard to tell.
We're just lengthening out. And because our hamstring's on the chair, you know where it's stretching, right? Give me one more. And we're going to bring that foot back in. And again, I'm gonna block it so my knee doesn't come in. Because if you don't think about squeezing it, there's plenty of stuff going on, right? Here we go. Straighten and bend. Wince and bend. And I'm actually pushing down in the block to help me just a little bit.
I feel it on the inside.
Yes. Yeah, you should feel a hamstring and inner thigh. Maybe a little hip. Depending on where you're tired.
Yeah. That's fine. Both legs.
And one more.
Mhm.
And that's because we don't walk sideways. Like front, back, we walk forward and backwards, but we hardly ever just walk like a crab sideways. And we usually don't sit like this, right? Not in a normal situation. So that's why I like going to a lot of straddle positions when I have you, or straddle with rotation, which means that action, right? Because we don't sit, and things don't move in that direction. So, both feet in the chair. I'm leaning back first. And my legs are not way extended and they're not way bent, just happy middle. My heels are touching. We're just going to touch the heels and come back. Touch the heels, and I'm rounding my back. Round your back. And round your back. Now, pull your navel up and in. I'm gonna reach out and touch your toes, or between your toes, whatever. And touch. So now we're getting a little bit more into the hip, low back. And we're just moving through. The next time we go through, we're going to the left. And then go to the right. Go to the left, to like that. And you can feel other things stretching when we go on diagonal. Now we're gonna go back to the center. You might be able to reach a little bit further, right? My knees and my legs are just relaxed as much as they can. Here we go, left and right. Left and right and left and right. Center. Can you reach straight forward? Don't let it drop. The goal is the chair, right? The chair. One more. And we're going to stand up. Yeah. And then when you move, your hips are like, what are you doing?
First we stand up and get cross.
Good pops, bad pops.
Yes, sir. They don't hurt. It's just cross. Like these are moving.
I'm glad they're moving, because that's the goal, right?
Right.
So when I dance, my hips pop when I get loosened up, because like I said, this side's super tight. And then when I'm doing waltz and having to do all these things, all of a sudden it's like, oh, look, it moves, it moves my hip. Yeah, so I don't mind pops, actually.
I never pop. I heard you say the other day, not too good. And I'm,
You gotta work on that, Pam.
I do in class. I don't so much at home, but maybe I don't do enough stretches at home, but in here, after we do, especially after we do the twisting of the bodies
Because I heated you up.
and moving all of this in here, then I start popping down in here and,
Yeah. Yeah, I can usually feel, especially like low back.
right, rarely up here, but it's always down here.
Right, so that one that we do, this thing, I like doing that. It's just hard when we do it up here because everybody wants to fold, and then this action doesn't happen. And the whole concept of this is reaching through the fingertips and reaching through the elbow, because that's actually what's opening up the thoracic spine upstairs. So it's really hard to do. Excuse me, I'm gonna hold on. So I want you to hold on to me. Right? Nope, keep your fold in. So don't lean back. Now, so bring it here. Yeah. Now reach forward with your elbow. Now, don't lean though. It's just your elbow.
Okay.
Can you feel your upper back?
Oh, yeah.
So that's what we're looking for.
Yeah. That's hard to do.
It's hard to do.
It's hard to get in the right position, yeah.
That, and it's really hard to cue somebody, reach through your elbow without leaning.
Exactly.
Okay? So bring the shoulder, so we're squaring up this doesn't move. Right? Now turn. Now keep your elbow. So fold your body in. There you go, right there, that one. So reaching, now reach through your elbow. Sit, nope, just reach to me. Reach here. Can you feel your upper back?
Yeah. Yes. That is a good one, isn't it?
But
It's hard to do, but
it's really hard to cue.
Yeah, concentrate.
Reach, and I'm stabilizing, and when I fold, I feel like I'm reaching through the elbow the whole time. Reach.
So you maybe need to say, turn your chest. Turn your chest to your arm, right?
Because it's an internal rotation
Uh-huh.
here that makes that happen.
Uh-huh.
So do something for me. Put your fingers here. Take your arm out, reach. Elbow's already out, pointed. So there you go. So think about folding into your arm and pushing through the elbow.
Yeah, that kind of helps a little.
Yeah. So I can feel all this stuff. Bring it back, let's switch. So fingertips go where your arm meets your torso. I'm reaching through, stabilize, and start trying to take the forearm toward your other forearm. Actually, I find this one to stretch a little different spot though.
Yeah.
Interesting. So
Yes.
it's just hard to cue that. And we can do it in a chair, excuse me, by pushing away and folding. But I have to tell you, that feels different than standing up and doing it.
Well, of course.
Because I can feel it like everything.
Because you're moving more of the waist there
Right.
than you are sitting.
Right, so it's just kind of interesting how doing the same stretch in a different position changes. Hence the reason I like your legs up sometimes I like your legs down. All right, so I want to have my body connected to the base of the back of the seat of the chair. because it tells me where I'm at. First of all, this is your anchor, right? So you'll be able to feel if you pull off the back of the chair. I'm trying to get 90 degrees. So that's why we work the straddle first. So I'm going to reach for the top of the chair. Just reach, ooh, maybe. I was like, where's that chair at? And bring it back. Now, if you need to, so I'm pretty much needed front. Yeah, so pull that chair in, don't hold the shot. Ready? And we're going to reach. And we're going to reach. So this is a nice way to go, am I cheating, right? Or am I staying on parallel plane? So we're just working through that side of the body for a moment. Now we're gonna go down and reach to the top of the block. And if that's way too easy, kick it over. So we're definitely going on a diagonal. A diagonal. I'm gonna move that block. I'm gonna try to reach through the back of the seat. So now I'm getting a slide in my rib cage. Make sure that hip stays connected to the back of the chair. Don't let it come up. Go one more. And come up. So you should feel fatigue in your shoulders a little bit from holding your arms, but all of this should be opened up a little better up into your rib cage. And again, your hip is connected to the back of the chair. That is your anchor. And again, we're going to try to reach over the top of the chair. Ready? Over the top. Over the top. So right now, because the position, you should be looking at the back wall, right? Chest should be facing the back wall. Abs are tongue. All the good fun stuff. So if you turn your palms up, it's less stressful on your shoulders, by the way. All right, can you touch the block? Touch the block. Keep your shoulders back and down, long neck. So I'm trying to keep your traps from working, making your lats work. Stretch it to the side. You can touch lower now. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Drop your arms, come back to the front. Your top leg should be like, wow. And that was just holding the arms up. It's kind of ridiculous, isn't it?
It is. Makes it big.
So we're at the front of your chair. With the block behind you. So my feet are on the outside of the chair in front of me. I'm giving a little squeeze, so I'm a little up, a little more, right? I can feel my abs. So I'm touching the chair. Shoulders are backing down. Lift through the chest and reach back. Wow. I was like, that can't be right. Yes, it is. So this is where we're starting. Keep squeezing the chair with your inner thighs. So we're going to tap down, up, and down, up. And you can feel your shoulder blades kind of squeeze together when you lift, right? And 4, 3, 2, one more. I need you to stretch before you get a cramp in your upper back or your lats, because it'll happen. Because when we keep them that tight, they don't like it. We're gonna do it again. We're just waking up your back muscles to work a little bit more and opening up your chest. So reach down. You might be able to actually reach a little further back right now. You might be able to reach a little higher right now. You name one. So keep your head back. It's real easy to duck forward. Long neck. Shoulder blades, 2 more, shoulder blades, last one. And again, stretch. You should feel the rhomboids, right? If you feel up in your neck, that means there was a little hunching and stuff going on, so we have to be careful. We're gonna put the back of our hands in the chair. You should be able to feel the blocks with your thumbs. V-block with your thumbs, same way. Now, lift away. Shoulder blades come together. So now you feel the upper chest. Stretch open. And release. The more flexible arm goes on the block. Like my left arm can go real high, my right arm, not so much. Or throw it to the floor, your choice. So I'm just laying my arm on the block. Nothing exciting. I'm using my legs to help control where I go. So what happens is it pushes open my rib cage and it stretches my shoulder all at the same time. So I feel like my rib cage is like pushing forward. And I can feel some ab stretch. Now squeeze the chair and bring yourself back up. Other side. I'm actually gonna have to flip the block down. And again, think up, so it's like you're arching your back, relax that shoulder. So we're trying to open up the front side of your shoulder and into your chest. Again, squeeze the chair, let it help you come up. Yeah. If your shoulders are a little stiff this morning, yeah. Hence the reason I have it on the block, so we're not trying to hold it, right? So I switched my block for this side to be a higher. And my palms actually facing the back of the chair was just because the arm position. And again, squeeze the chair, control what you feel. So this is my left arm. My left fingertips are actually reaching up my spine towards my head. Just because of the angle. And then when I relax, really relax, I can feel all this stretch and rotate through. Squeeze the chair with your legs down, you come back up. Come down. Turn the doorknob basically, right? Allowing that joint to go, okay. And the other side. So this is the bad side, correct? So sit up for a minute, sit up for a minute. Relax your shoulder all the way down. You already have a stretch. If it's a big stretch, you need to move the block where it's lower. Do you like that? If you have a little stretch, now we can go. But if it's a big stretch here, we're in trouble already, right? Come back. But when you relax that shoulder, like you can feel all the muscles. Can you feel the front of your shoulder and maybe down the front of your upper arm? I'm just gonna hang out here for a moment. We're gonna do this side again, by the way. Squeeze the chair, come up. Let your arm hang, and I'm turning the doorknob. And you can feel where we've been stretching, yeah? I keep calling it stretching, actually, we really are working your mobility in your joints. All right, here we go again. Sit tall, arm back. Big stretch or little stretch?
Little.
Try moving the block. Up just a little bit. Now earlier, this was a huge stretch for me. That's why I had to flip the block, right? And now it's a little stretch. And now I have a good stretch, right? So there is such thing as a bad stretch. If you're going into extreme pain, that's a bad stretch.
Not extreme,
It's right on the edge,
but
isn't it?
it's
Squeeze the chair, come up, and again, let your arm hang and turn the doorknob. And again, you should feel all up in here going, oh my.
It's popping. Right here.
Yeah. So,
Yes. Right there.
can you put pressure there?
Feel.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, so wherever the popping is, if you put pressure, sometimes that's a tendon that's super tight, or a ligament that's super tight.
So,
Yeah, because it's not doing the right job. Does that make sense?
right. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. So try a little rotator cuff action, both arms. How's your new shoulder feeling?
Good.
Good. And relax. Now, I was about to say, these might be a little, because I had to warm them up earlier when we were doing all this stuff. So then when we stretched, they were a little warmer than normal. Because if I would have went right into these, that. So I opened up your chest first, and then we started to open up the shoulder. Those are sore. Yeah. So when we sew, well, pretty much anything, read, play games, we cave in.
We do this.
And then all of this is an internal rotation and it gets tight. So when I ask for it, lifted in neutral or even external rotation with the thumb going out, things get a little bitey, right? So this little trick of turning, letting your arms seriously just hang and rotating helps loosen things up. So the other thing you can do is put a water bottle, it's fine, or a 5-pound weight, and have that nice little pull, right? Because we do arm circles and all that kind of stuff for PT, right? When we have shoulder stuff, we do all this stuff, we walk the walls, right? Getting your shoulders to move better. So, all right, clean up, clean up. Wow, good snarl. I tell them to clean up and all, and wow.
I was just thinking about doing that at home, and then she said it here.
Have a great day.
It follows me around.
Thank you, Nicole.
I was thinking about this and I thought, when's the next holiday that people will be over there? That's when I guessed.
I know.